Hey, what's up guys, it's IAmVeryMoist, and today I'm going to introduce a new series to the No community. Basically what I'm going to do is every Thursday I'm going to let you know about what's coming out this weekend in movies. Basically it's going to be a really kind of thorough analysis of what is going to be coming out in the cinemas or theaters if you're nasty, and we're going to kind of talk about it. I'm going to kind of recommend one of the two movies you should go to see this weekend. So what we have coming up this weekend right now is Edge of Tomorrow and Fault in Our Stars. Basically those are the two big ones coming out this weekend. Both are supposedly very, very good. Both have high ratings from Rotten Tomatoes, and both, quite frankly, pique my interest. So what do you say we dive into them? So the first movie we got coming out this weekend is Edge of Tomorrow. It is a new Tom Cruise sci-fi movie. We're kind of used to these now. I mean, he did Oblivion about 2 years ago, I think, maybe 1 or 2 years ago. Didn't do so hot. However, Edge of Tomorrow, while many of us kind of thought it was going to be another same mundane sci-fi action film, it's actually getting rave reviews. It's actually at 88% on Rotten Tomatoes as of right now, and it should be climbing up exponentially as we roll into the open wide release of the film this weekend. It is typical Tom Cruise sci-fi action starring also Emily Blunt, and the story of this one is basically Tom Cruise is an officer that's never seen a day of combat in his life. However, he is dropped into, well, the front enemy lines and dies immediately, almost like minutes within hitting the ground. However, he is then brought back to life and basically brought back hours prior to his death. It's kind of like Groundhog Day meets every other sci-fi film you've ever seen. It looks pretty interesting. However, I've seen the trailer for this like a dozen times in theaters and I'm kind of sick of it already. However, I'm going to check it out, probably review it, and if you like action and you want a good eye candy popcorn flick this weekend, I definitely recommend Edge of Tomorrow. Another movie you should check out this weekend is The Fault in Our Stars. It is a movie that is written by John Green. It's a book he made. He's also made books such as Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns, and many other books. However, The Fault in Our Stars is one of his first to be made into a movie. And the cool thing about this is that it is, like I said, a book. And you know, many times when books are adapted into movies, you got those fangirls flocking to the theaters that help it do very, very well, and this is no exception. This book is wonderful. I read it myself. I usually don't read books, however, so many people recommended it to me, so I knew I had to read it. And this movie made me feel things. And it's coming from a guy that enjoys terrible movies like Evil Dead, Hostel, gore movies, things that just are not natural or correct. I mean, I've watched the Human Centipede films, for crying out loud. I'm not a very cool person to be around. However, I almost cried reading this book, and I'm afraid to go see this movie because I'm going to cry in the theater. It is a movie about two star-crossed lovers, I guess you could say, who have cancer. And basically the story is kind of their love blossoming and just seeing the trials and errors of a newfound love, however, with cancer in the equation as well. It's funny, it's touching, it's moving, it's sad. It's going to be one of the fresher movies we see this summer, and it's right up the alley of Perks of Being a Wallflower, and it's kind of a funny story. It's a good coming-of-age movie, and if you've liked any of those movies, you're gonna like Fault in Our Stars. I highly recommend you also read the book before or after the movie. Definitely do it regardless because it is a good read, and that movie is coming out this weekend. It's got an 82% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. The movie's getting a lot of buzz. The New Yorker's Margaret Talbot has this to say about it. I had never watched a movie in a theater where there was a mass crying. Not discreet nose blowing or stifled sniffles, but wrecking sobs. We know we're in for a good yet very, very sad treat with this movie. I am very excited for this movie, and I highly recommend you check it out because I think it's going to be one of those quieter films of the summer and just of the year 2014 that doesn't really do very, very well in the box office, but does very well like with a cult following and just with the people it's trying to get. And I think it's got a good weight on its shoulders, and I think it's going to do very, very well regardless of it does in the box office or not. I think it's going to be a wonderful film. So please go check that out this weekend. So those are the two movies coming out this weekend that I strongly recommend you check out, whether you check out Edge of Tomorrow, Fault in Our Stars, or both. Please let me know your thoughts on the movie. I'll probably be reviewing it at some point, but who knows? Please put down in the the comments what you're going to go check out. Are you going to see Edge of Tomorrow, Fault in Our Stars, or both? Let me know what you think of both of those movies. Leave them all in the comments, and for everything movies, TVs, games, and technology, please stay right here to get in the know.